What's up? What? This is number 4. Mambo number 4. Damn, I should say that for next one. Fuck it. Oh man, look at you can't even see this. The whole reason why I put it up is to try to see it. Now you can't see shit. It's all good. Um, it's been a good couple days. I don't even remember what day I last. I think it was Wednesday when I did last do it, and today is Friday. It is Friday at 7:50. I just got both the boys down for a nap, I guess is what we'd call it, because when Micah went to sleep first, went straight to bed. I got him in the shower, fed him. Fed him, shower, bed. Boom. Miles, I had fed him prior to feeding Micah. And then, man, this is so. I'll be back. Um, Miles is asleep too. End of it. And so I just decided to take some time to come down here because it's been a good day for me. Kind of, sort of, not really like that matters, but it's been a good day. So, or it's been an okay day. So I decided to come down because there was a lot to talk about for me because there's a fight tomorrow. It's Friday. You got the Connor Cowboy fight tomorrow. There's a lot of things going on over here in my personal life that make me want to discuss it, but whether to talk about it or not is the bigger issue for me. So because it's still happening, there's nothing. You don't ever want to talk about nothing as it happens because then you have I think I have a wrongful opinion on it. I'll speak on the situation and then come back. I'll say too much that I shouldn't have said, and I'll come back and be like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have said that." So I'm learning, man. I'm learning just like everybody else, and it feels good for me to just look at myself and tell me, "Hey, you're learning," and I speak on the situation as it goes on. Give it some time, let it happen. Come back to it when it's done and all over with, and then you can go back and reevaluate everything that happened. So no, man, it makes me feel good to be able to do that, and that's been going on over here. Just trying to figure out what's gonna happen with these classes I'm going to, and everything like that. But I had some boys today, some two kids. It's cold out. It's cold. I'm all bundled up because it's cold. But I had these two boys today come up and knock on my door and tell me if they would like we have a fundraiser at school, and I think that was just a little. I think they were just kind of scheming. But we had a fundraiser at school, and we're trying to see who can raise the most money for whoa. I said, all right, man. Well, and then I said, well, run over to the neighbors right there. I guarantee you they'll get you over there. And them boys ran over because I don't know. I just was like, I'm gonna just let them run over there, and they ran over there. Um, Asked the girls or whatever. I guess asked the neighbors. Next thing I know, I hear pop, pop, pop banging outside, and I shoveled the snow myself on my side, so I was like, I'm good. The neighbors don't shovel the stuff though. So, anyways, the little boys end up pop, pop, pop outside, and I'm like, I go outside and I have Micah. He's awake and he's looking out the window constantly, and so I go and check on him. I'm like, what's going on? And I see these two little boys out there, and these are two little gentlemen, man, Christian and Job. Anyways, I talked to him. I opened the door and I look at them and I'm like, man, these kids got a good head on their shoulders. They're out there hustling because I didn't. They were doing my side because I didn't. I hadn't offered them no cash yet, and they were already doing it and out there working. I don't know how much she gave them, but it didn't really matter. So I was like, I got a bunch of. I got not a bunch. I probably got like 4 or 5 $2 bills because I like to keep like the dollar coins and $2 coins. I mean the $2 bills and stuff like that. So I had a couple of them there, and I was like, let me give these boys a couple of $2 bills because I like those when I was growing up. And maybe these boys will enjoy them themselves. So I give them both. I was gonna go give them both a $2 bill, and I opened the door and I was like, hey, come over here, and they come over and they ran over, and I held the money up. Hey, he's gonna give us money. They looked at each other and they ran over and and they ran over and I gave them $2 and it was nice to see them doing that. And so I was like, man, let me give them a couple dollars, and I gave them both $2 and and they were like, oh, and they like, thanks, dude. And he's like, these are rare. And I was like, yeah, dude, I like to keep them too. I was like, just keep it up, man. You boys are a couple of hustlers, keep it up, keep up your hard work, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were doing my side, and I told them thank you, whatever, whatever. And they were all happy about it. They were stoked, and they were like, "Oh!" And they were walking away already, and they were just like, they said thank you or whatever, and they said, and they're like, "Oh," I heard them walking away. They're like, "Oh, they're gonna be jealous," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" Like, I didn't say nothing, but that one of the, and then the taller boy, Christian, he turns around and he's like, "Thank you. It's because," and he like tells me about it. He's like, "It's because." Um, the My friends told us that we weren't gonna make any money, and they were laughing at us that we weren't gonna make any money, and I was like, "Oh yeah, well now go ahead, man. Those are for y'all. Y'all keep. I mean, you can do whatever y'all want with them." Said I like them, so I decided I thought y'all would. Like, no, thank you, and all this and that, and so I talked to them, and and they went on doing their business, and I went back inside, and I was just doing my thing, and then a little while later, he comes and knocks on the door, knock, 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 and then he comes and he's like, "Can I use your phone?" Oh, you know what? He, uh, he comes out. He's like, "Can I use your phone?" I said, "Yes, you can." And he's like, "It's because I want to finish. I want to finish, and I want to ask my dad if I can be here a little longer." So he's out there, and I can hear him on the phone with his dad, and he says something like, "Hey, Dad, we made like $15," and then the other one's like 30. He goes, 30, Dad. We made $30, Dad, and I just want to see if I can stay a little longer, And I guess his dad, he hangs up or whatever, whatever. He tells me, "Yeah, my dad said I can stay till 5:15." I said, "All right, man, you handle your business." And then I come inside, and a little while later, it's getting dark. It's getting a little darker outside, and so they come and knock at the door again. He's like, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know, we didn't get to finish, but we're gonna come back tomorrow and do it." And I said, "Oh man," I was like, "Don't even worry about it. Y'all don't gotta come back. Y'all, I appreciate what y'all did." Yeah, because it's a mission, man. I'm from where I've never even had to do the snow before, so you got to go and scrape off the snow off the windows and off the cement so you can drive over. I mean, get in so you're not slipping all over the place. And so the first years I didn't do it at all. And this year right here, I got a shovel. I'm out there shoveling every day, even if it just starts falling. I start going and scraping that shit up because I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind being in the snow and all that stuff. Anyways, the kids were out there doing the snow, and I like to see that. And I'm gonna put up a little picture. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'll put it up right here. All right. Maybe I'll even put up a little video because I do have a video. Because I didn't expect these boys to be working, man. I looked out and they were. Anyways, that was so cool, man. That's not something that you get to do over there where I'm from. It doesn't snow, so you don't have that opportunity. I mean, you can go and cut grass, but I mean, kids don't always have a lawnmower. You got to go on a mission to get a lawnmower or the weed whacker, and then you sweating the whole time. And I don't know, people do it. Kids do it. Hustlers, hustlers. Those are real hustlers. Those are the ones that are gonna grow up to own their own business. And if it's that business, and hey, God bless you, brother. But that's a great business to get into. If I can give any advice to somebody into owning their own business, that's the way to start. You start when you're 13. You have that clientele till you're 50, and then they're passing away, and now you know them forever. Maybe you take their house over because you're so cool with them. But I don't know. It was just cool to see those kids hustling. So I decided. At first, I wasn't. I guess I was being stingy. Fuck it. Uh, I was just being cheap, man. I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but I just said they'll get you. And then as soon as I seen that they were out there working, I was like, let me get these boys in with a couple of bucks, and I gave them a couple of bucks. And it made my day feel better. I don't have to tell nobody but I just feel good about the situation of these boys actually going out and putting in work. That's nothing. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Maybe every once in a while I schemed up on a neighbor on some chocolate bars or some shit, walking around with Hershey's Kisses and shit, talking about how for school, boom, we pocketed 15, 20 bucks, pop, 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 go out to the store, and then steal from the store too. Pop, 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 you get candy, and then you buy a couple of gums at the register, so they make sure you're not just coming around or nothing. But but just God has forgiven me. But no, man, it was just cool to see those cats out there. That happened today. What else is going on? Oh, I watched that Aaron Hernandez documentary. Man, ooh wee, talk about a story. That boy got a story, man. From being gay, that boy was gay, unbelievable. I guess it was pretty believable. With the QB, hello, he was catching the biggest pass, or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was the quarterback. But that was crazy. The Aaron Hernandez thing, the whole fact of he got caught up with that one, and then he got in too deep, and the next thing you know, he got away with it. I thought that was crazy. I didn't know any. I'm not very big into sports. I liked football. I played. I was pretty decent. I thought I was pretty good. Looking back at it now, I can look at it and say like, oh shit. If I would have tried, it would have been nice, you know. And sometimes I didn't try at all. I was on drugs, and it didn't matter. So I liked sports though. It was fun to play them. But when it came down to taking them serious and shit, I took stuff too serious. I would get too into just into the bullshit. And so sometimes it was like the only reason I did what am I making about me for? Aaron Hernandez, man, it just was crazy to get into the whole situation of him killing somebody and then killing a couple more people, or killing a couple people and then kill somebody else and leave him right by his house, like not even care about where he's gonna leave the body. Um, just a ton of things that I was just in awe about because of the fact that he had all the money in the world and all he wanted to do was live a different sort of, and he lived it. He lived in, maybe it's just because of the fact of his mom, man. If you look at his mom was pretty wild of a mama. She was even like, didn't know what like love was. Not saying that I know exactly what love was, but didn't really know what love was, to the point to where she was like, I'm not gonna go see you every day. And then later on, you find out that she was sleeping with his, basically who he saw as his mom's. Spoiler alert. He was sleeping with her, who he saw as his mom. She had cancer. His her mom, her boyfriend, or something like that. And so you kind of find out that it's just the whole fucked up story in itself. And I just thought that that was wild. That the whole fact of his mom was like, I'll talk to you at the beginning, and then at the end, when so they know I'm there for you. But like in between, is like they're just like, no. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, my mom will be there every day. Like my mom's gonna be there, whether guilty, if I killed him or not. She's gonna be like, I'm gonna show up. I'll talk to you. You need to talk to me every day. You better not, you better not do nothing dumb. I'm gonna be there for you. That's my mom, man. So I'm gonna be the same way with my boys, and I hope that my girlfriend, my baby's mother, is the same way with my kids. Because that would be insane to be like, nah, I'm not gonna go for whatever. Hell no. That's gives you reasoning to like to knock yourself off. You know what I mean? Like no, like kind of barely any support, and then like let's say it's your mom, man. Like come on, that's a hard one. That was a hard one. It made me think a lot about myself and my mom and like everything that I did growing up and how life went for me. And I was just like, damn, like I was in sports. I played football as well, and I did a lot of dumb things. I hung out with a lot of dumb people, and I had a lot of made a lot of different choices. But for this guy to take that route as he was still like as he was like done, he was done with all the he didn't he lived in that neighborhood to where he didn't have to have any of those people in that neighborhood. He could have just been with his family and his kid and his girl, and I don't know. You get stuck like Chuck is what they call it. But yeah, man, that was crazy. That was sad as heck to see that. And then his daughter, you can see his daughter, and then when his daughter's like laughing and stuff. That stuff gets to me, especially when you get kids. That'll hit you in the heart, man. Woo, I start crying. I get in my feelings now, especially I don't care anymore about like nothing besides like my kids emotionally and those sorts of things. And so now it's just like sad to see that happen to a man like that. And no doubt he was a shit of a person for doing those things, but he was fucked up in the head. But we all kind of fucked up in the head, right? I mean, not saying that kid's killing somebody, because the other guy was a an uncle and a brother and a son to somebody else too. So that's kind of messed up. But just all in all, that whole story was just got me yesterday. I watched it, and I think I watched it from beginning to end. Or I might have started it in one day and finished it the next day or something. But a great I don't think, of course, they didn't show his whole story, but the story that they told was good. And if you want to get deeper into it, and another person, no, another person makes another documentary about it and gets deeper into his life and talks about him being a family man and that sort of thing. But I didn't see that in that documentary, so I mean that was just a trip. But that was crazy. I don't know. That got me, like I said, it got me thinking about like why I played sports and like playing sports in general. Cause that boy was like a lot of the people that you hear like when he comes out being gay and stuff. Like and the other guy that comes out talking about being gay, he's like I played football because it was like a man's sport. Like my like I wanted to. He's like I was fat and I grew a beard or I don't know what he was talking. He was just saying that he was basically trying to be a man from what the image of a man was, and that was playing football. And so for me, I was just like, damn, like that's. I mean, I didn't play football because I was gay, or because I'm gay, or because nothing like that. But I played football because my mom liked me to play sports. She liked me to win. She liked me to play sports. I like to play sports. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. And my mom really enjoyed it, and my so I did that. I played baseball until I was like 12 or 13. I got tendonitis and stopped playing baseball, but I got into basketball as I turned like 13. I just got straight into basketball and just one year sucked with my school that I went to, and the next year we came back and did super good, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Lost the last game of the season, and that was like seventh grade. And then after that, I just fell in love with basketball, and I played football. First time I got my hands on a football in the football field on a football field. Seventh grade in the real official game. I was running back. I was slow as shit, but I thought I was fast. I got a running back on a toss, and I got that, and I ran to the end zone. That was my first time touching the football on the field like that, and that was cool. And my friend Michael Roulette has that video probably slow as shit, running down the sideline. But that's what made me feel like those were cool things to do because I got to experience it in that sort of way to where I sucked and then came and was good, and then to something like football, I was just automatically kind of was kind of put into I played it all the time when we were growing up, so it was badass. I love football. But it made me think of like why we play it and the reasonings behind what we do for our parents and for ourselves. Because I was good at football, and I can only imagine like if I took it serious, where I could have led me. There's not much opportunity where I was from. There's people that were good, like Joaquin Rios. He dated my cousin Sabrina, and there was Roger's brother, my friend Roger Grimaldo. His brother played for veterans, and there's a couple of other cats that played for like other schools, and they just didn't make it, and they had opportunity, and they probably played. I think they played college ball and so on and so forth. And that's what I mean. I never thought I was gonna make it because of those reasons. That I knew other people that were so good and talented, and they didn't make it, and I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna make it." So I kind of just gave up before I even had the chance, especially because I wasn't good at school, and like I didn't really care. I didn't care about anything, man. I just lived a different lifestyle. So when it came to sports, it's like I was good at them, and I think everybody else could tell, but I couldn't really tell. Like it didn't matter. I think I was into more having fun. I had a girlfriend, and I was into just smoking. I was smoking all the time. I was smoking spice and smoking weed and just doing everything I shouldn't have been doing and just messing around. And I was trying to make money and just doing things that I shouldn't have been doing at that age, especially now looking back at it, that I had so much talent and so much to give to my I could have done so much for my family and for myself, for myself. Could have gone to school. I could have gone to go play some college ball or something somewhere in Lindenwood. Or there's a couple of offers that I had on the table, and I always told everybody, no, I'm not going unless I get a full ride. That was the end of it. There's no point unless you get a full ride to me, because my mama ain't had no money. Nobody had money, but I didn't know about financial aid. Nobody taught me about financial aid, and they tried, but I wasn't listening. I was on drugs. I wasn't listening to anybody. It was just what I said when, and I didn't listen to my mom. I lived with my grandma. Grandma spoke Spanish. I talk English, so we communicate that way. Don't get me wrong. I love my grandma. We're good today, but like at times it was just like nothing. Like I didn't care. Like I just nothing. Started getting Xanax prescribed to me. I was just doing anything I wanted to do and just screwing up life, and I could have been something. I've got so many things that I could talk about during the year of years of football, of playing and messing around, and football game days that I was high and coach let me get by, and the just teachers calling the coach instead of calling the security officers to get me out of class. You know what I mean? And just so much chances that I got in life that I kind of took advantage of, and didn't take advantage of it in the right ways. I took advantage of them as like, oh, I'm going to keep being sneaky, instead of like, oh, I'm going to take this route and stop doing this and do something better for myself. I didn't. I didn't. And it took a long time to realize that I was bad to everybody. And I didn't like, where was I at? About football. And I didn't like playing sports. Like, sports wasn't my thing. But I liked playing them to show my mom and my family that like that this is what you like, this is what I like, this is what we connect on, and this is what we can all talk about when we're together. And you know, when we get together, that's what we do. We go outside. When we're together for Thanksgiving, for holidays, all the holidays, we're outside. Kickball tournaments. We're talking about softball. We play softball when we were young. We play kickball. We play football. We get together and do all types of things. And that's the way my family was. And I moved away, and it was for the better of me. It was for the better of me. I moved away for the better of just making progression in life, because I wasn't doing anything good over there. I was just screwing off life and doing drugs and trying to sell them and trying to be a cool kid, and just going down a path of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a job. I get a job. I had a job as a butcher. I started working at the Tilted Kilt. Shout out to the Tilted Kilt, and everybody out there at TK. Me and my sister started working there as soon as I graduated, and so that was the route I took. Instead of taking sports, I took a route of like, I'm gonna go work and make money and do what I got to do to be me. And I was like, scholarships in schools, that's gonna be for somebody else, you know, that's for Checo and other people, you know what I mean? I was like, that's what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna take this route. And I shouldn't have. I look back at it like watching the kids who are 22 or 23 and they're playing sports, and I'm like, man, if I would have just tried, you know, if I would have just lifted weights, if I would have just tried, man. Honestly, I didn't try. And I can have videos so I can put up to where it looks like I tried and I did. I mean, it looks like I could have done a lot more than what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of like screwing off. And I don't know. I was a different person. I had a different mentality, and I try to do this. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't even know if that was plugged in the whole time. Damn. Screw it. Yeah, I don't know. I just would rather give this information to my family and my people through me being able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done it, and I had the chance to be like something that I could have been, and I didn't take that chance, man. And I know a lot of people, I guarantee you, a lot of people saw that in me and saw me fuck it away. I mean, just throw it all away. And if I can give any advice, I'd say don't make any big decisions till you're 25, and that's from messing up. And I got, look at me, I'm 22 minutes, and this is crazy. I had a good time right now. This is not even the conversation I wanted to talk about. I just ended up talking about this. Aaron Hernandez, man, make you feel some type of way about having kids, about playing sports, about playing football in general, about what you do with life, man. It's just crazy to see something like that go to shame. And I can see so much of myself like in that, especially when he's talking to his mom, he's talking to his girl, and he's just screwing it all up. And I'm just so thankful that I caught it like at my age of 24 now, and I'm still messing up and doing right and doing wrong, but 24 is like, I'd rather catch myself slipping up about the drugs and everything that I used to do when I was in high school. Then, before I moved out over here to Washington, doing all this bad shit before, and now I catch it at 24 instead of catching it at 44, 54, to where it's like kind of you're too far gone. Like, I'm not too far gone still, and I'm proud of myself for that. And I have a lot of friends that I know were too far gone then, and we were all chilling, and now I see them, they got jobs and they're handling their business, and just like shout out to the people that are watching, man. It makes me feel good to hear like Naum. Shout out to Naum and Artemio and just everybody that's and Andy freaking shared it. That was cool. I woke up the next day and I saw that Andy shared it. That made me happy, man. I like I said, I just do this for myself because it's cool to even get on this and talk to myself about what's going on and reevaluate life. And then now I can tell y'all as in friends and family who are listening about what's going on. And if y'all listen and y'all got stories to tell, I mean, send them. NickGarza956@gmail.com. Send them in. I'll try to edit this stuff. I'm going to try to edit that picture in this one. If I can edit this, if I can get stuff like that going in, that'd be super cool to me. I'd be excited. I didn't learn any of this going to school, so I can learn it now. And I'm teaching myself all these things. I'm teaching everything to myself, and that's what the internet's for. So it feels good to be able to get on the microphone and talk, and I see the progression. I'm up to 30 followers now on our subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Just continue and spreading the love, man. I appreciate it. This feels good to get what's on my mind out there. I got some stupid shit to say. I got some good things, some funny things. This is just what's going on right now for me, and this was it's just a crazy thing to happen. So we'll see y'all next time. And maybe, man, you know what? Give me a second.